Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Today I'm going to show you how to create cells in your epoxy that look like jellyfish. And the first thing we're going to do, I got to repair this little piece of MDF. This is the piece that I'm going to use for this project, and it had a bad spot in this corner, so I'm going to glue this and clamp it. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how simple it is to take 3-in-1 oil and very lightly drip it into your epoxy, and then we're going to watch what it does all by itself. Now here I do what I always do. I prime this with a kind of a gunmetal gray paint both sides, and I had already cut the keyhole slot in the back of this for hanging it. So it was pretty much ready to go. I just needed to prime it and let it dry, and then we could start the procedure. Once it was dry, I tape around the edges. Now, this little tape technique that I've been doing to hold the epoxy in hasn't really been working that great. It's not terrible, but I would like to try to find some better ways to do that. So right here, I'm going to use all acrylic paint for this one. And I decided to use bright colors. And those are the colors there. I got a blue, a black, a purple, a yellow, and a white. And I always start out by mixing up some clear. And I'm using super clear epoxy. That's my favorite one. And now I just order this direct from the company. I was buying it on Amazon originally, but I just order it direct from the company. And they have specials every once in a while, and you can get a pretty good deal. Now right here, you can see my pellet stove over here on the right. I have the room temperature at 70 degrees, and I mix up my epoxies for, usually if I'm mixing 2 cups, it's for a couple minutes. I get my torch out, have everything ready to go, and torch out all the bubbles. Now this particular one I'm going to try to duplicate again because I actually really liked how it turned out. And yeah, you'll see in the end the picture of it. Now right here I'm going to start off with this yellow. Again, it's really important for epoxy that you have your room temperature at 70 degrees or above. It really helps it flow, and it helps it cure really nice. So right there, the first was I put 2 cups of clear down on the bottom, and right here I put 1 cup of yellow down the middle. Now my idea was to basically just throw these colors in here, and then do a light, just barely, a drop of oil, of the 3-in-1 oil all around this thing, and just let the oil do its job. And so there's the yellow, the clear, the yellow, the purple, and I torch out the air bubbles each time. And then right here I'm going to introduce the blue. Now this color scheme I was really happy with it. I was a little worried it would be too bright, but the color scheme, I was really happy with it. I actually ended up hanging this in my house, and I look at it every day. It's really cool. So right here I'm mixing up some black. And again, I torch out all the air bubbles before I put the black in. And the last one's going to be some white. So this size piece of art is 13 by 36, and I put 2 cups of clear on the bottom, and then 1 cup of each of these colors. So basically it had 7 cups of epoxy for this piece of art. Now right here I take my blow dryer and I just basically run over the whole thing and mix up the colors a little bit. I then drip this 3-in-1 oil just kind of randomly across the whole thing. And then I just let it do its thing. And right here you can watch the, I got it on 8 times speed right now, so it's not super fast, but you can see the cells growing right there. And that's what creates this kind of jellyfish effect. And it really looks cool. You can see it's still growing right there. Anyway, this is a super easy technique to get some cool looking art. And right here I take a few pictures to send to my daughter. It's crazy how you actually, like, even right now, it keeps growing. It's slow. It's kind of slow because but it does grow a little more than this. And you can get it to keep growing. Like if you want it to, you can put a little heat on it and it'll grow even bigger. That's kind of a little secret that people do. They use some heat. Yeah, anyway, this thing is still growing, and it's crazy what it looks like after this, like in the end when it fully cures. And you can see some of the epoxy up there by my paints kind of leaked out a little bit. One of the tricks that I've learned is when the epoxy starts getting pretty tacky, pull off your tape. It'll make a nice clean line, and then and there it is. That's the end result right there. It's pretty much cured at this point. Now the 3-in-1 oil will leave a little residue, and basically you just need to wipe it off. And you can, if you want, you can sand it and put another clear coat on top. I didn't do it on this one. I thought it looked fine. And yeah, anyway, that's a simple way to get some cells in your epoxy art. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. Check out our store at bigcartel.com. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Later.